one question.
Okay.
What's your favorite porn category? Look at that. It's not much, but it's better than where we started off from. After all this time, we are finally in LA, finally in our Airbnb. But I want you to remember this because it's important. It's not much now, but it's a seed that you plant and then you water, and over time it grows into something much bigger. And next time you're gonna see a scene like that, maybe outside the Four Seasons, maybe it's gonna be outside the Ritz-Carlton, you don't know. But this is the beginning of something new. Right now, we wanna go ahead and give you guys an update. We tried to get our Airbnb sooner. We landed at, I wanna say like 9 or 10 a.m. local time, but we couldn't check in until 4 p.m. So we had nowhere to go, nothing to do. But what we decided to do is get ourselves a rental, get some grub. Got a lot of free food at the restaurant. What was the name of that restaurant that we went to? Because I want to shout them out because they gave us like a lot of free food. Oh, TBB, the Three Borders. It was like El Salvadorian, Mexican, and American cuisine. Shout out to them. We're finally here. We're finally relaxed. We got dinner here in like 45 minutes. And when we get back, we're gonna go ahead and even everything out. We're gonna iron everything out, make sure we have the right questions, make sure we have the right flow, make sure that we have all our practice rounds in, get a good night's sleep, and make our way over to Rolling Loud. This is gonna be a fantastic weekend. It's gonna be a busy weekend, but it's gonna be a fantastic weekend. And I'm just excited, Rich is excited that we're finally here. We can finally relax just a little bit. Hurry up, Rich, I am scared. There's grunting down there. Someone's going, ugh. I don't know why. This is day 2 of our Rolling Loud trip. We have just gotten ready. We have showered, we have brushed our teeth, eaten breakfast, gotten ready, did everything that we need to do when it comes to our itinerary and all that jazz. What we got, I think, is gonna be around 4 interviews today. We're hoping for maybe 6, and we'll see, but I don't wanna put like promises up in the air. Headlining tonight is gonna be A$AP Rocky, and I think that's gonna be at 8:30, which is gonna be really, really great. Rich is hoping that Rihanna's gonna be there, but my hopes aren't that high. Either way, it's a beautiful day. The weather's a lot better today than it was yesterday. And I'm talking about leagues better. It's sunny, it's not too hot, it's not too stiff. If you've been to LA, you know how it is. It's really thick, it's really dense. There's a lot going on, ambulances, sirens, all the jazz. We are about to head out. We're gonna stop by Target. See, there's a lot going on over there. I don't know if you guys heard that. There's a lot going on over there. It's LA, there's sirens, there's screaming. There's a lot going on, but we're blessed. Look at, is it too bright for you to come out here? Look at that billboard right there. That Asian lady. I don't know who that is. That's like a thing. We want that. That right there. But either way, we will give you guys an update when we get to Rolling Loud itself, because we got to drive and everything like that. But stay tuned. We are finally here. We damn near had to walk around the entire fucking arena just to get here, or the stadium just to get here, but we're finally here. We're finally at the press compound. We got our wristbands. We're dehydrated, we're tired, and we haven't even started, but we're finally here. Our first interview here is like up in a few minutes. And so we got everything tested, we got everything figured out. But I mean, like, it doesn't really look like it much now, but it's a lot more chaotic than it seems. It's kind of more like an organized type of chaos. That's the best way to look at it. That's the best way to see it. But this is Rolling Loud behind the scenes. It's chaotic, but it's beautiful. Yeah, organized. It is not super hot, but it is super bright. That's like the one thing, is that it's not super hot, but it is super bright. So when we started doing this, what we were told by my management, by Rolling Loud, by the marketing agencies, by talent, by agents, literally everybody, is that it's chaotic. You have to wait, you have to stand in line. There's advertisers here, there's shops here, there's food trucks here. It's capitalism incarnate here, pretty much. And basically, it's a free-for-all. You pretty much have to get what you can when you can get it. We already seen some big names. Slimecedo is one, Vex Bolts is one. There's a lot of people out here, and that's just only the tip of the iceberg. I can only imagine as time goes on later today, that it's gonna be even more and more people. It's probably gonna flood even bigger. even thicker, bigger stars. A$AP Rocky is going to be headlining tonight, so I can only imagine when he comes around with his entire entourage. That's another thing that you may not even think about or realize, is that it's not just like a rapper, it's not just an artist or just a band, just with themselves, with their management or their talent. They're with their entire entourage. It smells loud. That's not a surprise. It's rolling loud. Everyone's smoking. There's no alcohol here, which is kind of surprising, but like not at the same time. It would be nice, but at the end of the day, you have to remember it is legitimately work. Everybody here, go ahead and pan. Everybody that you see here, everybody that you see here is working. Of course, people are networking. A lot of people are talking or whatever, but for the most part, everybody that you see here legitimately is just working. What we're gonna have here is pretty nice. We might do a group interview. We don't know yet exactly. Our artists that we're gonna be interviewing, that we're gonna be seeing, are on their way back right now, straight from the stage. So we're gonna see them here in a sec. But again, this is absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. Hoos, Sunny Baby, Rolling Loud. Go ahead and tell us your experience so far.
It's been amazing, bro. The sun's out. I love being in California. And stage 2 is a blessing. Everybody who put up to the stage, thank you so much. The love was amazing. I really can't complain, man. I got nothing but positive words.
I know, absolutely. So there's one question that we all want to ask you. 5 things you need in the studio. What are they?
So I would say the right people. So I need the right engineer. And if I have homies, I don't like having a lot of people in the studio with me, but I like having certain individuals. Like my manager being there is always really dope. Any of the close homies that know how to act in the studio. As far as food and beverage, I gotta have coconut water. Anybody out there who's not tapped into the coconut water, you don't know what you're missing.
You like coconut?
Bro, anything coconut I'm with. Coconut oil, coconut water. I used to hate it when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It just grew on me, bro.
Man,
And as far as hydration, like it don't get better than coconut.
Always coconut.
And if you sing, it's like the best thing for your vocal cords, right?
Do you do like warm honey with the coconut?
So actually, with the warm honey, I do teas. That was gonna be my next thing on the food and beverages.
Yeah,
It's like I need to have like some sort of tea. It's like I need warm, like usually there's that throat coat tea that's really good for your vocals and stuff. But if not that, I just need warm like water with honey and lemon. And then I like to have fruits. If I do end up eating, a lot of times I'll be fasting in the studio, like an intermittent fast, because I like to be empty stomach when I'm in the studio.
Okay. So we got the right people.
The right people.
We got coconut water. We got
Tea.
honey, tea. One more. The most, and you can even argue this might be the most essential thing. What do you think that might be? Do you have like a specific time that you like to record? Late at night, early in the morning, middle of the day?
I'm more of an early person. I like to get my stuff done early. That way I could chill towards the end of the day and go to sleep at a reasonable time. Man, I don't know. It used to be, I haven't smoked since November. So
Yeah.
I've been on a little break, so I can't even say smoke is what I need, you know what I'm saying? But that used to be one of the things, but
Okay, bet. You just want to take a break from smoking or what?
yeah, honestly, I felt like I was smoking a lot, probably too much. So it kind of got to a point where I needed to step away from a lot of things,
Right,
man. Just
right.
kind of take a little break and collect my thoughts and just
Okay.
get back to the basics, you feel me?
Oh, no, absolutely. And if you want to think about it, it could be smoking, it could be the studio. What would you say would be the biggest contribution for you blowing up?
The team I have, bro. First and foremost, my manager. That's like one of my closest friends, but also somebody who built with me from the ground up. My videographer is actually over there. He's been with me since the ground up. And then everybody else that has been on my team has been amazing. Shouts out to Tariq Sharif. Shouts out to everybody else on the Rolling Loud team and on the TC Music Group team. Shouts out to Lexi. Shouts out to Money.
Yeah.
And shouts out to Malad too. And I know I'm forgetting people, but it's the team really that takes me to a whole nother level, because I feel like I could have sat there and made music in my room all day, but like having the right people to know where to put it at and to know where to to know what rooms to put you into, to know what platforms to get you on, and kind of how to market your music, that takes it to a whole nother level, man.
No, absolutely. And that's what I would tell anybody. It's always about your team. And then, probably last but not least, but probably the most important question.
Yeah.
if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing? What would Hoosh be doing if he's not doing music?
So if I was doing, I wanted to get involved in acting. I used to act a lot when I was a kid. I used to do like plays and stuff like that. So acting would be the next front runner, I'd say. However, if I was doing something non-entertainment related, I would have done something in psychology. Most likely have done some type of counseling where I was a counselor. Because, yeah, that was something I was super interested in. I even majored in that when I was in college, but just by the time I graduated, I was full-fledged with the music, so I didn't end up on that route.
Absolutely. So we're talking about psychology. That's something that you're interested in. Okay, perfect. I got another one. You're a wealth of knowledge, so I want to pick you apart and get to know what I can get.
I appreciate it.
So if you weren't rapping, you'd be doing psychology. Do you have any other hobbies? Do you have any other interests? Do you like professional wrestling, for example, or do you like?
Yeah, I'm very into anything that's nutrition and fitness oriented. I've been into that for a long time, man. It was a way for me to kind of like hack my own mind and make sure that I felt like I was the most emotionally balanced I could be and the most energetic I could be, especially living this type of lifestyle. I feel like anything that you do on the side helps. So for me, anything fitness and nutrition oriented, I love like learning new ways of how to like approach my diet and new ways of exercising and working out and stuff like that. And then anything that's holistic or spiritually in tune with that too. I would say that's like my biggest hobbies out of music.
That is actually insane because most people would say a completely different answer. But what really stuck out to me is when you said the lifestyle. You got to travel a lot. You got to be in the studio a lot. So it's important for you to be healthy. It's important for you to be on top of it. Would you say that's a contribution to like the way that you make your music? Because when I listen to your music, I kind of get like this melodic R&B type of vibe. You kind of have like this hint of Michael Jackson in your voice. Have you been told that before?
I have, and every time I hear it, I feel like people are fucking with me because Michael's, you know what I'm saying? But that's like, I would say in my top 3 favorite like voices of all time. Yeah. Obviously, as a performer, that's like my favorite of all time, and I was obsessed with Michael when I was a kid. But I would say like vocally, like that is like one of the best compliments I could ever get, man. So I really appreciate that.
No, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we are fortunate enough to be here with Hoosh. Just barely performed on stage too. Go ahead and check him out. Go ahead and let me know your socials.
Yeah, so you can find me as Hoosh GTN on any of my social platforms, and then also as Hoosh.
There you go, right there. Again, Hoosh, Sunny Baby, Rolling Loud. Crystal, Sunny Baby, Rolling Loud. Crystal, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm blushing already. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. Can you go ahead and tell us what you're doing today?
Today I'm here, to experience the beautiful artistry. I'm here to speak to the artist, experience the artist, and, be amongst such beauty.
Do you like it so far?
Yeah, so far so good. I'm not winded. I'm not tired. I'm hydrated.
Which is the most important part.
Exactly. Stay hydrated, people.
There you go. Absolutely. Is this your first Rolling Loud?
No, it's not. I've actually haven't been since 2019 when I went as a fan, and I left home in one shoe. So I didn't go back for the second day. I said I'm off this.
That's Rolling Loud. How many Rolling Louds have you been to?
It was just that one and done. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back 6 years later doing it the right way.
Back better than ever.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. Is there any particular artist that you're here to see or that you're looking forward to seeing?
Definitely looking forward to ASAP. I'm from Harlem, so
okay.
I just know it's going to be a vibe. Mm-hmm. He has such cool set design and concepts all the time, so I know it's going to be a beautiful show.
Have you ever seen him before?
Yes, I have, at that Rolling Loud where I left with one shoe.
Okay, so what I'm getting is you probably went to go see A$AP Rocky at Rolling Loud 6 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And now I'm here to do it correctly. I'm, rewriting history.
Okay, perfect.
But last time it was an amazing set. There were cars hanging from the ceiling. He was jumping everywhere. It was beautiful.
Oh, absolutely. And did you come all the way from Harlem to get here?
I did. I just landed last night.
Really?
Yes, really.
Cross country?
Cross country. Different timelines, like time
coast
zones.
Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
There you go. Crystal, Sunny Baby, Rolling Loud. Let me ask you a question.
For sure.
Okay. One question.
Okay.
What's your favorite porn category? I dropped the ball immensely. Arguably the biggest star that we've seen here today so far. I had one shot, one opportunity, buzzer beater, and I bricked it. And I don't mean fuck that. I airballed it. Didn't even answer the question that I asked. Neon, probably America's most hated fucking teenager. More to come. Before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that it does come off a little stale. The reason for that is because before the interview started, he seemed to be looking for someone or something, and he seemed to be really, really occupied with that. And it was on the spot that I asked his team if I could do an interview, and they were gracious enough to grant it, and he was gracious enough to do it. He didn't owe me this. This is not something that he had to do. This was kind enough for him just to do it anyways. He doesn't owe me anything. So I do want to thank Bootleg Kev and his team for that. Bootleg Kev, Sunny Baby Rolling Loud, how you doing?
I'm good, brother.
Good. Right now, you have the hottest radio show in hip hop. How does it feel?
Feels good, man. You know, we've been grinding for like 20 years, so it ain't overnight, brother. You got to work hard, stay consistent, and don't take it for granted, for sure.
No, absolutely. Now, one question I want to ask you is, if you weren't a radio host, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be selling drugs.
Selling drugs. Okay, bet. And what do you think is the biggest contribution to your success right now?
Just consistency, hard work, man, and just trying to, keep my shit as high integrity as possible. You know?
Perfect. And last but not least, what's your favorite thing about Rolling Loud? Is it the ambiance? Is it the people?
I've been fucking with the founders of Rolling Loud for over 10 years. I DJ'd the first 2 and 3. And so those guys are my family, so I'm just proud of them guys. They've been killing it for years out of Florida, so it's been dope to see it grow.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. Again, Bootleg Kev, Sunny Baby Rolling Loud, we appreciate you.
I got it. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Derek Milano, Sunny Baby, Rolling Loud. How you doing?
Great. Can't complain.
Yeah?
Everything's amazing. Word.
Six-time
No complaints.
Grammy winner. What are the 5 things that you need in the studio?
Man, a good engineer, either a U87 or a Sony Sony 1-800. Positive vibes, good beats, and God.
Yes,
Sure.
sir. Yes,
I be
sir.
in there by myself a lot, so
Yeah.
it just be coming out my mind. I just go,
No, absolutely. Is there a particular reason why you put engineer first?
Yes, because the genius and the blessings that we have that come out, from the blessings that we got, and then to be able to sit in front of a mic and pour it out, and then somebody to be able to paint the picture to put out to the world, that's like super important to me. And especially when you have a vision for it, as a visionary, to make sure that whatever you're doing comes across the way you want it to, it's extremely important to have a good engineer for that.
No, absolutely. And now, since you mentioned that, what would you say is the biggest contribution to why you blew up, to your success?
I would say my hands in female rap. Putting together Hot Girl Summer kicked off a whole mega, stamp just in women in music. And putting Nicki Minaj with Megan Thee Stallion, and then doing Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion, and just, Sierra with Lola Brooke and Lady London, just bridging the gap just for women, new ones and older ones, to really just come and make dope stuff. So I think that played a role, and also kind of gave a lot of men confidence to want to work with more women and make music for women, and everything don't got to be about killing people or sliding on ops. Like, you can really have a good time being positive and,
So you would say, well, do you think right now is the time for women to take the front seat? Do you think right now women have an opportunity to even be bigger than the men? Now they have an opportunity like the Cardi B's and the Meg Thee Stallions. Do you think right now they could be front and center?
I mean, I think both. I think men and women could be front and center. I just wish they collaborated more. I feel like when the collaboration, every song doesn't have, like, if you want to do a song with a female artist, it shouldn't have to only be about sex or twerking, like, you know what I mean? So I want to see more men and women collab and do different songs that have concepts, so that when the music comes out, it's a record and it's not just, I'm doing something with you because you make lit club music right now.
Okay, no, absolutely. No, beautiful answer. And so with that being said, that's something that you feel like contributed to you. If you look back into your history, you look back into your life, if you look back into your career, is there any moment or anything that you could say in particular that you had to sacrifice to get to where you are today?
Yeah, my own artistry, but it came back. So now I'm pushing my artistry to be able to put my music out, and everything that I've learned in the process on how to move as an artist, I mean, even like when it comes to fashion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let them know. Let them know.
I got the Carl Kanai exclusive
Yes, sir.
with the Bape
Yes,
exclusive
sir.
and the Balenciagas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a presence. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
sir.
you know, being able to come out and just be able to do my thing. I sacrificed my own music for a long time. So now that I'm able to do my thing again, it feels great.
Go ahead and expand on that. Like, what do you mean by your artist? So you're talking about your vision, your image, your vibe,
Yeah.
your sound, or all of that all together?
All together as a brand. Derek Milano is a man that wears multiple hats,
Mhm.
but I really enjoy being an artist, and that's been my biggest thing. So now that I'm able to be able to enter that chapter and with a confident mindset and a healthy mindset, I feel great.
Oh, absolutely blessed. And now that you said that you've always wanted to be an artist, you love being an artist, let me ask you this. If Derek Milano wasn't an artist, if you weren't a Grammy Award winning artist, if you didn't got the drip on, you didn't got the
Yeah.
chains on, what would you be doing? What would be your career if you weren't doing this?
I would run for president or mayor. Not for
sir,
real.
yeah.
I'm just always been
Yeah.
one of those people that likes to bring people together and fight for what's right. So my mom always told me I'd be like a governor or run for mayor. And if I didn't do that, I'd probably be a radio host.
Oh, there you go. So we got governor, president, mayor, you're shooting high. That's how you.
Shooting. I said that I wanted a Grammy at first. They said I shot high and I shot higher.
There you go. Hey, go ahead and let the people know your handles.
Derek Milano, at Derek Milano on all social media, and DerekMilano.com.
There we go. Derek Milano, Sunny Baby, Rolling Loud. My feet are butchered. I mean, I'm pretty confident that once I take off my shoes and my socks, it's gonna be bleeding, and my toenails are gonna be falling off. A lot of fucking walking. And when I mean a lot of walking, I mean a lot of fucking walking. We're done for the day. We want to head out a little bit earlier than everybody else because traffic, like looking around, is going to be a bitch. But one thing to take away is that everybody's like super nice, like a lot nicer than I thought. You get like a lot of free shit, you get a lot of free merch, you get a lot of free shit. But even moreover, like people are like just genuinely nice. If you want an interview, you just walk up to somebody and they'll be more than happy. If you want to take a picture with somebody, you just walk up and they'll be more than happy. Security, like super fucking respectful. Like the one thing that I was like really like on edge about, I'm like, okay, well maybe they're gonna be like backstage, press area, there's gonna be some egos. And to a degree, there kind of is, but it's not people telling you or treating you that way. You just see how they dress and you're okay, this guy has a fucking ego. But like no one ever really is condescending. No one's ever really like rude. No one, at least from what I was able to see, no one was like really like too stuck up or even stuck up at all. The thing is though, it is very hectic and naturally you're going to get that. But when I mean hectic, I mean like really hectic. I'm sure with other places you can go ahead and piece it together, but with Rolling Loud, it really is like a fight for survival. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and head back, recuperate for day 2. And ironically, I think tomorrow's probably gonna be a bigger day than today, even though we thought today would be the bigger day, but that's okay. But it was a really good day. It was really productive. We're really excited and we're out. Let me go back. What I need to get off my chest when we're looking back on the footage, go ahead and show the equipment. The reason why I have to do this right now and get this off my chest is because I think out of today, what we were able to gather, and there could have been more, and there could have been a lot more, but you got blisters on your feet. There's not much more you can do. The number one thing I was able to gather that I can't get off my chest is you see different levels of fame. That's like the best way to put it. There's people that people know. There's like the popular kids, and then there's a star, and then there's like a mega star, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Now I'm not saying at least that day that we were across anybody that was like a Drake or Kendrick level, but I can only imagine if Rocky was there or somebody like Drake or Kendrick or Cardi. The thing is, what I'm trying to explain to you is each bigger star that comes in or that you're exposed to, bigger entourages. And they're not just like a few people. Like it legitimately is like 20 to 30 people. And everybody gravitates towards them like they were like Jupiter with a massive, massive gravitational pull. And everybody gravitates towards them. And they come in with like 20, 30 fucking people. Everybody just surrounds them. And wherever they go, they just follow. And the one thing that really, really, really stuck with me And he didn't have the biggest entourage, but he still had an entourage. But the biggest thing that stuck with me was Mike Malek, Logan Paul's buddy. He literally came in with an entourage, and like half his entourage was just bitches. Half his entourage was just bitches. Bad bitches too. Bad bitches. And they just followed him like wherever he was going, whatever he was doing. And they like stayed a safe distance because they knew that he was on camera, either streaming, like collaborating with Neon, or he had his own cameraman there too. If you look at Neon's stream with Mike, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's like, to me, it's just like, that is like insane. And the cool thing though is, I will say this, I think what I'm about to tell you, you think is going to sound like fake news, is going to sound like promotion, is going to sound like a death threat, is going to sound fake. I am being completely 100% honest as a person who is experiencing this for the first time. Mike seems like a genuine dude. He seems like a really genuine dude. Like, you would think, oh, he's Logan Paul's best friend. He knows Jake Paul. He's from that era of YouTube. You would think he's an asshole, but he really does not seem that way. Maybe I'll give you this. He's in mode. He's in entertainment mode. He's in streaming mode. He's in video mode. Maybe, and I'm not going to argue with that. That could be the reality, but I can only tell you what I saw. And the reality of what I saw is, the fact of the matter is, the dude was open. He was kind. He was talking to everybody. He was taking pictures with everybody. He was not above anybody. He didn't seem condescending. It was actually mind-blowing for me. Like, that was like the most, I think out of today, was the most surprising thing that I saw. Again, this is my first time ever doing this. This is Rich's first time ever doing this. And we're having a blast. But at least for me, you can ask Rich later, but for me, that was like the number one mind-blowing thing that I was able to experience, other than the interviews and meeting people. Seeing someone as big as someone like Mike, who comes off like a fucking dickhole, was like super fucking cool. Super fucking nice. Again, he could be playing a character. He could be in work mode. I'm not denying that. I don't know him like that. But what I know is what I saw. And the dude seemed really down to earth, which is like mind-blowing. And it sounds fake. It sounds like he paid me to say that, or he sounds like he threatened me to say that. And that's not the case. Either way, we are really excited for tomorrow. The irony is, we anticipated tomorrow to be lighter than today, and it doesn't really seem to be the case. But either way, we're excited. We're going to do a lot more walking. We're really excited, but either way, we're relaxing, we're decompressing, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.